And then there were two, as the NBA is now down to an East champ and a West champ, looking to crown their Larry O.B. for the 2025 season, with the Oklahoma City Thunder taking on the Indiana Pacers. Not the big matchup marquee sort of a thing that you would be thinking for. The giant cosmopolitan cities. LA versus Boston, this is not. But this is going to be interesting, I think. I was going to say it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I do think it will be very quick, however. Like, Oklahoma City Thunder, Denver pushes them to a seventh game. Aside from that, it has not been overly competitive, any of the games that this team has played. And so maybe there's that for the Pacers, that, okay, well, this team hasn't really been tested all that much, except for by the best player in the world and a team that won a title a couple of years ago. Like, I feel like anything the Pacers can do, the Thunder can do better offensively, certainly defensively. The defensive side is where the Pacers have shown the most growth, and why they are legitimately a team that can threaten now for a championship and make their way to this NBA Finals, is because they have ramped up the intensity on the defensive end. Offensively, they are very, very gifted. And I do think that is where, if they are going to win in this series, it has to look like the Pacers team from last year, where it has to be just a track meet up and down the floor and big points everywhere. I think the world of this Thunder team. I don't know if they're winning just a Wild West shootout with the Indiana Pacers. So I think that would be the way that the Thunder would, or the Thunder would have some issues, I guess, with the Pacers, is if Indiana turns this one into a bit of a track meet. And I think the way that they would need to do that, the way that they need to attack this Thunder team, is a way that they kind of overwhelmed teams, certainly Milwaukee in the first round, and I would say Cleveland to a certain extent in the second round, certainly in that first game in the second round. It is when they push off the make, it just doesn't let anyone get set up. And this OKC defense, they are relentless, and they are so aggressive, and they're so good too. This isn't just like, oh, just a bunch of scrappy guys working hard. Like, this is the best defensive team that we've had in the NBA, I think, in a really long time. And so the way you counter that is a way that the Pacers have done it before, where, okay, OKC has made it. Inbound and let's run. Let's not let this defense get set up. Don't let this defense get comfortable. Just force them to pick any matchup and roll from there and see if you can kind of catch them scrambled or off balance a little bit. And again, try to turn this into a track meet. Because if it is just half court, the Pacers are in trouble. Because this, again, Thunder defense is smothering. And that leads to a lot of turnovers, which leads to a lot of problems, which then leads to a lot of Oklahoma City Thunder victories. At the end of this, I think that works for the Pacers for a game, but I just don't see a way where they are able to win 4 out of 7 against this Thunder team. Defensively, how great they are. SGA is brilliant and has been so all season long, claiming the MVP award and really leading this team and really honestly finding another level even in these playoffs, which has been a very interesting story to kind of follow along with. And so I just think, again, with the scoring that they have, the depth that they are able to throw at you, the Pacers can as well, but the depth that they are able to throw at you, and the other part of it, where it kind of gets back to the Tibbs conversation we had earlier, but where they really can thrive is that they have a bunch of different lineups. You know, it's like NBA 2K where you have like, okay, well, I need this lineup. I need the bigs lineup. I need the threes lineup. I need this lineup. I need that one. They have a lineup where, okay, they've gone with like, we're having trouble with this. Okay, let's throw this lineup out there. All right, well, we're having some trouble with this. Okay, let's throw this adjustment out there. Let's put this lineup out there. They have all these different lineups that they can throw at you to really cause some problems out there and cause quite a lot of confusion that it just makes this team very difficult to beat. And so I think Oklahoma City's versatility and the way that they can really come at you in waves defensively and offensively as well, I think it's just going to be too much for the Pacers. I have OKC in 5. I think that Indiana crowd is going to be nuts and get the Pacers at least one of these games. I don't think it's going to get them 2. And I think Oklahoma City is going to be just an absolute terror to have to play in. So I think the Oklahoma City Thunder do come away with an NBA Finals victory in 5 games.